Hello guys, this is Owlton here with another episode of the SMP. It's been a while, but today I'm going to show you around the gallery, which is now partially open. One part of the gallery is going to be open, and I'll show you guys that. I've kind of organized some things I want to go over, and we'll go over those. But first, see the little spot in the back right here, right where my head's now setting? We're going to put a Christmas tree there. And basically, this is kind of maybe a spot where I don't know, I might make a permanent installation over here, and then we switch it out for different seasons or for what things are going on. But I think, yeah, we could display different sculptures right over there where that grass part is. So we're going to go ahead and put a Christmas tree there, and then we'll get right into what this gallery is going to be about, how you can participate as Cakecore members. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's get right into it.
Baby, picture you and me hanging around a Christmas tree, colored lights and an angel up above, Christmas of love. Baby, everywhere we go, bring a little mistletoe. We'll be hugging, we'll be kissing like two turtle doves, Christmas of love. Telling everyone Santa gonna come, have a lot of fun at Christmas time. Now he's on his way, everybody say, have a Merry Christmas of love. Baby, let it snow tonight, that'll be just right. Just imagine making out by the firelight, Christmas of love, Christmas of love.
Okay, so now that we've gathered all of our materials and played one of the greatest Christmas songs of all time, we don't need those. Let's go get our materials, and I'll show you the Christmas tree that I'm going to be making. I created this in another world, and I really like how it turns out. I don't know how to say that. Really like how it's going to. I don't know. I really like it. So yeah, we're just gonna make this Christmas tree super nice. Oops. And then yeah, this space will probably be I'll probably put a different sculpture here when, the seasons are ending. I don't know what we'll put here. It could not even be mine. It could be somebody else's if somebody else has an idea and wants to put something here. These sculptures probably won't go up for sale, but some of them in the future might. Like inside the gallery, it's going to be a gallery space where things are for sale. Go more into detail about that. Actually, let me just finish this tree, and then we can admire it. If it's good, you can not like it, and it won't hurt my feelings. And let's just add a torch, and there we go. We got a nice little Christmas tree. Isn't it nice? Yeah. So got to be seasonal here. Got to keep with the times. Am I right? So yeah, we got a nice little Christmas tree. We'll probably display, as I said, other things here in the future. Of course, it's not going to stay Christmas tree all year round. So yes, this is the Cakecore Center of Contemporary Art, CCCCA or 4CA. I don't really know what people are going to want to call it because there's so many C's in it. And then here's the logo for it, Cakecore Center of Contemporary Art. I don't put the "of" in there because I think it's kind of redundant. I don't see how that would really help too much. So yeah, the acronym is, basically quadruple C A, so 4AC, 4CA, I don't know. Whatever you guys want to call it. You can just call it by its actual name or abbreviations. I don't know. So this is the let me see. I have a list of things. Let me see what I want to show. I think I basically just wanted to show you the outside first, which I pretty much have, as you can see. This is going to be I am opening the first part of the gallery space. which I figure, we probably want to use this as soon as possible. And then this is the second part of the gallery space, which I'll talk about what it's about at the very end of the episode, because it's not important currently. It says it's coming soon, and now it's going to be now open. So I'm going to look at my list of things, and I'll be back in a second. So here's the entrance to the gallery. This is the hub, and these chests are pretty important, and I'll tell you about like what they're going to be for. And so yeah, no work can be placed in here. I'll take care of this area. I thought we could have a community map probably in here if we want to move the community map inside of here if we want to, but I think it is kind of useful to have the community map outside. But if we want to, we can move it in here, so it also gives people a reason to come in here to see different artworks from different people, which I actually could be an upside to keeping the map inside here. That could be an argument for it. If we want to do that, we also could just duplicate the maps, which is also easy enough, and put maps in here, or we can just put something else over here. But I would like to have something here. And then, yeah, so let me talk about how you can participate in this, and I'll go over a general tour of this. So this is the gallery space. This space right here is basically for a small sculpture or something like that you want to put there. I only have one sculptural place in this part of the gallery. The other part of the gallery, which is behind that wall, is not open yet, and that will be for like giant sculptures and different kind of like three-dimensional works. So this is how you participate. It's going to be completely free to participate. You can come in here anytime you want to and just, break down a wall, place in your artwork. I'll show you how that works. You don't have to ask me to put stuff in here. I just ask that you be respectful when you make something. So don't just spam. Basically, I'm saying just don't just spam random blocks on the walls and inside the gallery and say, hey, this is my piece or something. I don't want people to do that. But I'm not gonna judge you at all about what like artworks you're gonna do, as long as they're respectful in a way that doesn't look like you're just trying to make a mess. And I want people to participate in this. I don't want to try to scare people. Because displaying stuff, even if it is in Minecraft, it can be kind of like what's the word? Not stressful, but like really self-conscious of what you put in something, and I don't want any of that to be here. Just you put work in here and not worry about me coming in here and being like, hey, I don't like that. Can you take that out of the gallery space? Unless it's like you're deliberately trying to make a mess in here. And in that can be quite obvious. There's obvious ways of doing it, noticing it. But at the same time, if you want to use some really gross blocks but put it in some kind of piece form, I'm not going to care about that. Not going to encourage it, but I'm not going to take it down because I think it's not aesthetically pleasing. Just as long as you're not making a mess, you're not trying to purposely be a nuisance. But yeah, you don't have to ask me about putting anything in here. I'll come in here regularly-ish for as much as I do come in on the SMP and kind of check it out, see what's going on. And if I do see some sort of obstruction, I'll just take it down. I'll put all the pieces back in this chest. And okay, so you want to install work? I'll go into the actual installation process. All of these walls in here are thick. So, the outside world is actually out here. So when you put a work inside here, people aren't going to see it from the outside, which is really cool. So let's say you want to make a work. You could just do this. This is exactly what you would do, okay? Maybe not. I'm not saying this is what blocks you would use. You can use a ton of different blocks, and I'll go into that in more detail. And then you got your piece. You also have these blocks that are part of the wall, and they're kind of important to have. So these blocks, once there's a work placed, you just put it back in these chests. Any of these chests. It doesn't matter. Don't be putting your own stuff in these chests. I will also use these chests for donations if you guys want to donate to me. for the gallery space if you want to be for niceness. But I don't expect anything. Um, and if I take down a piece of yours, let's say that we're having new installations, I want to kind of clear it out. I'll put your pieces in here. And because of that, it's going to be really important that you label your work so I know who it's from if I do need to end up taking it down, but also mostly so that people can know who made this. This is Owlton's. I mean, we'll just say Owlton, and then that's all you need. There you go. Prefer that none of the signs or none of the artworks kind of end up on this corner, stuff like that. So maybe move this over. I think the sign being here is fine. But you probably try to center your pieces as much as possible. Not necessarily on this wall, but like on smaller walls like this, because like no one's gonna put a little artwork right here. It's okay if it's off center. Like let's say you have an odd or even number when the display is odd or even. I'm fine with that. It doesn't matter. But yeah. So here's my artwork. I know who it's from. Try to keep the signs also not to maybe touch the artwork themselves, so we know where the artwork stops and starts. And then yeah. So you just do that. Free. You can also in your sign description, you can put down a price. You could sell your work. So you can say Owl Tin, and then down below, like, 1 diamond. I don't know how to spell diamond, so I used a C by accident. So we're done. You can just do like 1 diamond. There you go. You got a piece. You can sell it for 1 diamond, and then it's free to sell. I'm not going to ask you guys for money unless it's a piece that's like you're selling for 10 diamonds. Then I might be like, could you give a little bit of your like 1 diamond to the gallery if you do end up selling. It's not going to be strict. You basically, if you do end up starting to make money in the gallery, which I don't really see happening, I don't know how many people are going to buy paintings and stuff because I don't know where people want to put them. But I think it'd be kind of cool if we could start like a little art culture in the SMP and be like someone like Hydronova, let's say, for example, chose your name out of randomness. Let's say all of a sudden he becomes kind of popular. I can encourage for him to like drive up his prices, and then it becomes like kind of like an exclusive like Hydronova piece. You know what I mean? And then it's like, yeah, I got a few Hydronova pieces, and then it's kind of cool. And yeah, so that's that. Let's see what I need to go over. Yeah, put the wall in chest. So just go over real fast. Break the wall anytime you want. Place your work here. Make sure it's respectful. Don't really want things coming out like that or something. Unless you talk to me, we can make it happen. That's the only time you really need to talk to me if it's something really bold, like you want to have a like 3-block thing coming out of it. You just talk to me about it, and I can see yes or no. Just break a wall. Also, make sure that if you are going to make do a piece, be considerate to let other people be able to use the space. So don't just like fill every single wall with your own stuff. Trying to make sure you're leaving space for other people to participate, because I want to encourage all people on the SMP to put something in here. Don't have to worry about if it's aesthetically pleasing. Just something that you want to put in here, something you want to say. I don't know. I kind of would rather you not put a giant advertisement for your shop in here. That could be also another thing that's kind of disrespectful. I might take it out. But yeah, totally free. You do it up. Put your price on it if you want to try to sell it, which I recommend you do, because like why not? I might come by every once in a while, see something I want and want to buy it, and it might be gone, and I'll put some diamonds with your name on it or something, like, hey, your piece was purchased. I'll put like a sign up here, so and so's piece was purchased. You don't need to worry about that. So yeah, that's what you can do. Anybody can do it, and I don't really care. This is totally a public space for everybody to use. Yeah, just make sure you put your name tag on there. It's really, really useful to know. Also, one very last thing, which is probably going to be a pretty rare thing. I don't really see this happening, but let's say you want the wall a different color. Like for some reason you really want the whole entire wall to be neon green. Um I would, if you do something like this, I would kind of recommend you not use a giant wall to do this with. Only because uh this is a big wall which could hang multiple works. So if you want to do something, I'd recommend like using a smaller wall if you want to change the whole entire color of the wall. So let me talk about what I mean by that. Like, uh, you want to make the whole wall green, but you want to put your like and a few paintings in here. You can do that. So, but I recommend if you're going to change the whole color of the wall, that you use the concrete blocks, lime concrete, red concrete, pink concrete, whatever colors of concrete. You could change a singular wall of your liking, and then in concrete, and then put your work against it. You're totally up for doing that. I just recommend that if you do that, do it on a smaller wall like this or this, just so that you're able to allow other people to put work up too, and not just kind of taking over. Um, and also, if you do change the wall color, make sure that no one else is displaying work here. So there's a few things you got to kind of go through. If you want to do that, if that's important to you, do it ASAP, but only use the concrete blocks. Eventually, if I develop an inventory, I might just put some blocks for people to use in here, like, and I'll put a sign on it like blocks to use for paintings. But currently, I don't have an inventory. If you want to donate some specific blocks that you think would be useful, I don't want people just donating like gravel and obsidian or something. But if you have a certain like obvious blocks like wool, this I'll accept that. Any bizarre blocks like pots and gravel, feathers, like, I don't need that, so don't donate that. Unless and if you want to use those in your pieces, you're totally up to. So that's another thing. The last thing I want to talk about is what you can use in your paintings, and you can use literally anything. You want to use a sign in your painting itself, you can. You want to use some string. It might be a little weird to have it on this kind of a piece, but you can. I'm not gonna judge you if you use string like that. I think it's a little bit of an extreme thing, so it can lead to some controversy on whether or not you're making a joke out of this space. But if it's done intentionally and it looks nice, if it's done intentionally, it looks like it has a purpose, like why you put the string there, rather than just I put a piece of string here and a few cobblestone and some wood. Uh, you know, uh, I might see it as like you're trying to abuse the space. And then you don't work over other people's works. That's kind of obvious. Don't make sure your work doesn't touch someone else's. You can use any kind of block you want to. If you end up taking your piece down, just make sure that you replace it back with the white concrete, and move your sign. And yeah, feel free to use the space. I really encourage it. Right now, maybe a good thing to start on, since the season is a kind of a topical thing right now. We could make like a Christmas exhibition, but if you want to do that, since we've got a Christmas tree, you want to make some seasonal pictures, you could do that. And yeah, just have fun with it. So I said the very last thing, but I forgot. There is one more thing. This is going to be a future space. It's going to be a lot bigger, but it's not going to be for paintings. It's going to be for giant sculptures. Like, it could be like Squidward's house could literally fit inside of this bigger building. So you can make different sculptures and display that here. I think this is going to be the more cooler thing to do than the paintings. The painting thing was a little bit easier to complete at the moment. I still have to figure out this space, and it will be done at some point, but I really wanted to just get one space done so we could start on it and kind of get people's minds going. So I forgot to mention, this space will also be used for displaying like historical artifacts of the server. Like if we want to display, we can debate it if we whether or not we want to. But I thought it would be a really good place to display the egg, the dragon egg. We could put the dragon egg, I thought, like in here, and put like the block of dirt, the first block of dirt that spotters used to have, which I think got stolen, in here. So historical artifacts. If anything else comes up, or anything that you know that is historical, we could talk about it. Probably put it in the permanent collection in kind of like a certain place for like historical artifacts that we've collected over time through the server. So I thought that would be really cool. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, comment, do all the things that are good, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.